Hi guys, it's Jen with Spirited Saturdays. Almost forgot my name. Okay, this video, I am making it. If you're watching it, thank you. I'm making it to connect with you. You, the one watching it, the one hearing these words. I'm making it to stay connected, and so that you can stay connected, so we can stay connected to each other, because this is a difficult time for many people. So without going into too much detail, I'm okay. We've had a little bit of readjusting to do in light of the hurricane, but we're okay, we're safe, everybody is okay, gonna be okay. A lot of people are not okay. Many people are very, very, very not okay, so we have to be holding those people in our thoughts. And doing whatever we can, I think. Whatever we can, whatever that is. Even if it's just asking somebody that you know how they're doing. So, I'm volunteering tomorrow in my parents' neighborhood where they lost power. A lot of old people live in the building upstairs, way like on the higher floors. They need food and they have no power. The stairs are black and they need people to go deliver them food. So I'm probably going to be doing, I'm either going to be doing that or something else in that area. But yeah, I mean, it's going to help me too. So it is partially selfish because if I'm not doing anything, I'm feeling very anxious. So yeah, I have been feeling this anxiety and this sadness. I don't know if it's just part of like the collective anxiety and sadness that's happening now every day. I feel like I'm finding out more and more terrible things that have happened in light of this horrible situation. And while I'm not trying to dismiss the discomfort that my family and I have been going through, but it does put it into perspective. So, that would be the first thing I had to say. This has nothing to do. I'm going to get to the topic. I'm just trying to stay connected how I can. So just don't mind me. I'll get there. But this would be one of those times where you should not invalidate your level of suffering, because if you're suffering at all, that counts. It counts. Don't dismiss it. Just don't let it take away from your willingness to reach out to those who are suffering on another kind of a level. Without invalidating your experience. I've had to learn that nobody's experience is invalid, ever. Just don't let it close you up. Don't let it isolate you, because then you're at a loss. Then you're at a disadvantage. Anyway, so speaking of that, I'm going to try to connect to this week's topic. I know I'm taking quite a long time to get there, but it is about surrounding yourself with people who don't judge you, who are positive, and they don't judge you based on your size, your shape, your gender, your race. And I think that this situation is bringing out the best in some people and the worst in some people. And that's when you know more about a person. That's when you kind of know where they might stand in your life and how much energy you're going to give to them and how much of a boundary you should create. You don't know that based on their race. You don't know that based on their gender. You don't know that based on their shape or their appearance or their age. You know that when you find something out about their values that you just can't sit with, that conflicts with your own values. And that's when you know, and that's when you have a right, and not a right, but that's when you can say, this person isn't for me. This person is going to be negative in my life. And I know it's not healthy for me to be around them. But that's when you say it. Don't say it before. Don't say it when you are, unless maybe you have a feeling about somebody and you don't you want to trust that, but be careful that it's not a stereotype or a judgment. Try and decipher between a gut reaction, a gut feeling, and a really wired in stereotype that you've been taught. So I think it's really important right now to surround yourself with people who won't judge you. If you are in any kind of situation that's stressful, whether it be this or anything else, it's important to have that unconditional love surrounding you, how as much as you can. And it's also important so that when you're feeling something that's uncomfortable, you can connect, just like I'm doing now. You can connect with those people. You can connect directly to the source of the suffering, but not be isolated in it, not be tortured by it, because you can connect with that to another person, through that with another person. I hope I'm making sense. And you're connecting over something that is really going on, that is hard to face. And, I think if you block yourself off from that by, say, resorting to an eating disordered behavior, then you're not allowing yourself to feel the extent of the hard feelings. And while it may seem fitting to recede into that other place where you don't have to feel those feelings, it's going to come back. You're going to end up feeling it at some point. So, and not only that, but it's worth it to feel it in the moment. It is hugely beneficial to feel it, because when you do feel it, then you can work through it honestly, and then you can come out of it feeling genuinely good, genuinely connected. So if you are having any kind of urges, know that it makes sense that you would be feeling that way. Know that they are based on something real, and that it makes sense, and go with them. Go with, not the urges. Go with the feeling. Go with it. Connect to that. It's like if you have stress here, and then here is eating disorder, and here is feeling. Go with the feeling. You can choose that. It's the harder choice, though. But you can choose that, and it's going to lead you down a much more meaningful path. That is my suggestion in light of this situation and this disaster, but also in light of anything else that might be stressing you out in your life, because there are other things going on as well, personally and in the world, and it can be a very stressful world, and people with eating disorders have a hard time dealing with stressful situations. So choose wisely. Really take the time and pause and consider which choice you're going to make. The eating disorder doesn't always feel like a choice, but when you're looking at it, you're in the situation that's stressing you out, there's a space between that situation and even the thought, I want to do something, I want to do behavior. There's a little tiny space there. So the goal is to catch it in that space and divert it to saying, I want to actually experience this authentically, connect with others. That is safe. It may not feel safe, but it is safe. So, and those people that you connect with who are letting you in, who are giving back to you, are not people who are judging you. When you give yourself to someone, when you are vulnerable to someone else, you're taking a risk. So don't judge that person based on race, gender, whatever it may be. Just as you don't want to go to people who are judging you. And if you sense that people are judging you because of something like that, that's not okay. You don't deserve that. And the goal would be to seek out people who give you, who judge you, who don't judge you, and who connect to you based on who you really are and what your values are. That would be the goal. I think connecting. I think people who give that negative, people who put that negativity out there attract people who are also negative, who have like-minded views on the world. So that compounds. It compounds. It becomes stronger and it becomes toxic. But positivity works the same exact way. So if you attract people who are positive and they attract people who have like-minded views on the world and general just huge capacities for openness and for compassion and willingness to extend themselves to others and willingness to look past the surface, that also compounds. It becomes bigger and becomes stronger. And I try to align myself with those people, and people who don't just see me on the surface, but who see me as Jenn. I am a whole person to the people in my life. And so that means that their love for me isn't conditional. So if I change my appearance, they're not going to stop loving me. If I decided that I don't know. If I was going to do something and then it wouldn't have sounded right, because I was going to say decided, but people don't actually decide. They just know. But if for some reason I realized one day that I was born to be a male, right? And I went there, and I took steps to identifying as what I felt that I really was. Those people in my life wouldn't see me as any less. They would see me as a whole person, and they would see me as me. Even if I changed my name, they would see me as me with another name. It wouldn't matter. So that's unconditional love. And those are the kinds of people that you want to surround yourself with, because those are the people that will help you in these times, and that you will in turn be able to help just by being you. So for what it's worth, this is what I've had to say, and I honestly don't know if this video made any sense, but it's just been good to connect, and I hope you have a good week. And I'm writing a new song about the aftermath of the hurricane. That's been helping me too. So I'm going to put that out there tomorrow on my channel. Anyway, my thoughts, my prayers, my well wishes are with you all, and thank you for being a part of my life and my journey. And I hope I can contribute to yours. So I will see you soon. Bye.